Hello and welcome back to another raiding adventure. Today it is Tati Gamer's base. And here we go. So before I get into the raiding, I just want to say an important tip regarding the puppies. There's a glitch going on right now that you can take advantage of. I learned this in the comment section of one of Star Snipe's videos, but what it is when you see a puppy, if you hit the hand button to pick them up really fast, multiple times, you'll actually pick up two puppies. I wasn't sure if that was real or not, but I did it, and sure enough, I got two puppies. They were both male. I don't know if that is going to be the case every time, like if you're going to get the same gender for both, but that's what I ended up getting. I've really been struggling trying to find the puppies. I did floppies, I did tons of airdrops, tons of red zones, green, yellow, and I just could never find any. Nothing in here. No chopper. And he's got 2 engine parts. He has the tank, but he doesn't have the fork. This could be a real base. So anyways, I struggled to find one, and I didn't even know how you found them at first. I didn't know if they were going to be located inside the chest and inside the airdrop itself, or if they just appeared kind of the way they do in the green zone when you get your free one. So I just didn't know, but eventually I just recently got one on like probably my 10th red zone that I've been to. I had pretty much cleared all the enemies, and I was just about ready to leave, and then one showed up. So I don't know exactly how all that works, but that's what happened. So I had the one that appeared at my base like the day later after my second horde, and then I just got 2 more, so I'm waiting for them to grow up, but I now have 4. So that's what's going on with that. So let me go ahead and get some of these cracking here. This is obviously a ridiculously easy base. This won't make for a great video, but at least I've passed on that puppy knowledge because that's useful stuff. Okay, so let me go ahead and take some of this. I am in dire need of melee weapons right now. How's my hunger? I'm getting close to dying, that's good. Yeah, when you have level 1 and level 2 axes, it always lets you, it always takes from the level 1 axe first when you're opening chests. So 5 steel is very appreciated. I actually am kind of in need of these, so if I ever see a full stack, I need these because I keep refining in my smelter. I'm not going to take it if it's just 5. And I'll go ahead and pop one more open. So this isn't a great base by any stretch. But we'll see what we get. I can at least load up on some resources. So no shortage of axes here. Whatever. Take you, 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 and you. Oh yeah. More importantly, you. Don't want to lose any C4. Sorry about that. Let's see what matters here. This is junk, 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 junk. It's mostly junk. Put the better stuff on top. So now I just gotta wait to die, basically. So I've had 2 revenge raids since my last video. What happened was the first one, I just decided not to record, and it turned out to be not a very great raid. The guy had 2 military boxes, which was interesting. It kind of got my hopes up. The base didn't look very good, but he had 2 military boxes, so I came home with a bunch of guns and some other stuff. So it was a fine raid. I opened every single chest using my various techniques. And then my second revenge raid that I got not that long after ended up having some kind of issue, and it essentially wouldn't load. I tried different things. I finally left the base without ever going into it, and the base disappeared. So there's something wrong. Something bad happened. I suspect what it was that I had went to the base, but I wasn't able to play. I went to the base to I don't know why, to try to save it, but I was all loaded up, ready to go. I didn't have time to do it, so I just went to the base and sat there and logged out. And then like 3 or 4 hours later, I logged back in. I was sitting on the base, but it wouldn't load, so I'm never going to do that again, but I don't know what exactly caused it to crash like that. And almost dead. I'm going to be cracking open this. One hit. 1, 2, 3. Might as well do this while I'm waiting. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'll try to save my better axes. 1, 2. 3. This at least saves some time, so I'm not just standing around here dying for nothing. Alright, so everything is pretty much broken into that I care about. I'll give you one swing. Doesn't really matter where I die. There's no walls on this base, so if I make too much noise, I'm just going to be tanking out some damage. I'll bring one thing of first aid kits. Not particularly worried about it. And one more. Alright, here we go. Once again, I'm not expecting anything out of this raid. This looks pretty junky. I mean, this 5 steel bars is a great thing for me. That's kind of the problem with my welcome mat being so high up there. I mean, I do like it there for various reasons, but it's a long trip back down here. There's my pepper. Alright, so let's go ahead and take this. It's nice not having to lose a C4. I haven't had to use a C4. I noticed Star Snipe said the same thing in his video. He, for a while there, he was getting all kinds of C4 bases just like me. And then lately, nothing. So, I'll put you guys here. And now I need some axes. I don't need, there's plenty of axes there. I don't need to bring any axes. I do need my gun. Which gun was I gonna bring? I'll bring you. Let's put you here, and for now I'll put you here. I don't need to bring any armor because I can wear the armor that he has there, so that's nice. I can save some. He's got enough axes. Am I forgetting anything? I'm really doing this differently today. Let me just get this going in here. I'm really pushing on the steel, trying to get my room done here. So normally I bring SWAT armor, and I'm tanking damage from him, and I don't want to waste any SWAT on a base like this. I should be able to get everything before he shows up, and if not, it's just going to be 3 or 4 items. I'll just be hitting the med kits, and I'll be hitting the med kits up and just getting it over with the armor that's at the base. Run, drive. All right. One thing though is the raid that glitched on me, that I was never able to enter, but I was at his base. It apparently gave me the increased threat level. So that was the one good thing. I mean, I could have missed out on an awesome base, or it could have just been a little base like this. Who knows? But at least I got my threat. Kept my threat alive. Let's put the armor on. Let's switch to this. I'm gonna need you. I might be bringing home some axes depending on what kind of junk I find, so we'll see. And here we go. Just gonna take the best of what I can find. This would be a nice base to have a couple of random spikes. Seems like an unusually large wave right here. Where is he? Yeah, I did check that. Maybe I'll find 4 or 5 engine parts. Go ahead and heal up. My armor's about to break. Might as well swap some of this out. Don't mind leaving with some leather. Yeah, this is probably going to be the worst base I've raided. I mean, the steel, other than the steel is decent. 5 steel on a raid is not bad. It seems to me like the average is about 7. That is, of course, keeping in mind that most all of these raids I don't think are real. I think that they're just Kafir-made bases. That's why the loot seems so standard. That's why almost every base I get around 7 steel. And there's the occasional base that doesn't have any, but there's the occasional base that has, 12 or so. I have one base that I got 20 steel pieces on, which was amazing. But I've never seen a base that just had like a stack of steel plates, like a full stack or anything like that, like I have. I mean, most of the time I've had 2 stacks of steel plates plus copper, and obviously I'm a more advanced player, but you'd think I would have found somebody like that by now. I mean, the fact that I have a couple of stacks of steel is nothing compared to the amount of walls I built and stuff. I mean, I've found probably 200 pieces of steel since I've been playing, and I think I've only ever seen one player that had like a single steel wall build. So just to take something to keep in mind, these things here, apparently there's going to be some power armor suits, and they have lights. I imagine these might be used to build them. I thought for the longest time we were going to need these in the dark zone, and that could be true too, but they're showing pictures of power armor and stuff, so I don't know if you have to build that or how that works. Okay, so we've got two chests, we've got these two guys and his metal bench. I need to get geared up here because I'm about to have to start tanking damage. I mean, what do I have to take back at this point? Like nothing. So let me just go through these and at least get situated. I might as well drop these off. I don't need any of that junk. This is junk. I mean, I kind of been running out of wire, but wire's so easy to get. So leather is valuable. What I'd love to do is find stacks of raw turkey, because that's what you need nowadays with the dogs. I was lucky to have two stacks when I did. If I had a wall here, oh shoot, I was not trying to do that. Okay. So there isn't much technique here. This is just me tanking away. What are you doing? Nothing. 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 Probably should just pop these open too. And because of my little whoopsie, I didn't quite get as loaded up as I wanted to. That sucks. Now I'm burning through my... I'm getting too nervous here. Not that it matters. Yeah, couldn't figure out where my first... I accidentally hit that chest and I wasn't geared up in time. So, you know, that was a little slip of the finger, but you know, before you get the big one, you want to get organized, which I didn't do. Whatever. I was just getting ready to do it. That's the problem with being at 99 noise when you're trying to get geared up, is you accidentally hit one thing and then while you're trying to open up all the chests and you make one noise. I mean, sometimes you hit something that doesn't make any noise. Sometimes it's the third hit. Sometimes it's the first hit. I don't understand how that works. Whatever. Let's make sure we leave with a full load. That little bit of copper ore is going to... That little bit of copper is going to go a long way. And that's good enough. Okay. So, you know, this is not a good raid as far as the loot or the ability to, like, mess around with them. That's what I like the most about raiding nowadays, is being able to play around with the big one, you know, making them do what you want. And you know, that whole aspect of raiding after the big one is showed up is probably the funnest part of the game for me. Let's see if I get a pupper after this. Whenever you're home during a zombie raid, I'm sure most of you know this, but the zombies tend to spawn right inside your base. So it tends to break walls inside my walls and all that junk. It's also super glitchy. They're gonna... Oh, see, they're just going through my walls, making me waste my gun. So when does this puppy show up? I don't know. Okay, so let's see what we got. So I'd already showed up here with the 5 steel bars, and my C4 I didn't have to use. That was a good thing. And I had a fully modded AK, which I ended up bringing back with me, and a shotgun, I think. So in addition to that, I got all this. 1 measly gas tank. So, you know, these are all good resources. This copper here I can make another bar out of, so I got a couple pieces. So, you know, almost six bars of steel. Not much guns, and there were some Glocks I could have went and got, but you know, I probably should have taken one from here, but I had a little accident summoning the big one when I wasn't ready. So, is there anything else to show? I don't think so. Get to do a little rebuilding. I expect to get another revenge raid pretty soon at the rate I've been getting them. So I might be up to 6 days on my revenge meter here, my threat meter. So yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one, and until then, alright, bye.